you're planning your first Halloween Horror Nights trip, there's a lot you could spend your money on. And I mean a lot. Regular admission, express pass, scream early, stay and scream. The list goes on. And suddenly, what started as I just want to go through some haunted houses has turned into a $500 plus research project. So today I'm going to walk you through exactly how I would plan Halloween Horror Nights 2026 from start to finish, including what you actually need, what you can skip, and how to make the most of your night. Welcome back. If you're new here, I cover Disney, Universal, Halloween Horror Nights, and theme park news and planning strategies that actually make these trips easier. And if you're planning HHN this year, definitely subscribe because we're going to be breaking down the event throughout the season, ladies and gentlemen. Let's start with the very first decision you need to make. What night are you going? Pick your night. This sounds obvious, but your date can completely change your experience. If you have flexibility, don't just pick a random Saturday night, just because that's the day you happen to be free. Look at your calendar and ask yourself, do I care more about price, crowds, or atmosphere? If your priority is getting through as many houses as possible, I generally look toward earlier season weekdays. If your priority is experiencing the Halloween atmosphere at its absolute peak, late October has a completely different vibe. And this year, Halloween itself falls on a Saturday, which means that weekend is going to be very different than experiences in a random September weeknight. So before you buy anything, decide what kind of HHN experience you actually want. Decide how many nights you need. Here's where I think people make things unnecessarily complicated. You don't automatically need multiple nights, okay? If you have one night and you're strategic, you can have an incredible experience. But if you're a huge horror fan and you want to see every house, watch the shows, experience every scare zone, try the food, shop, take your time, and repeat your favorites, one night becomes much, much harder. So ask yourself, am I trying to see everything or am I trying to enjoy everything? Choose the right tickets. This is where I want you to avoid making one of the biggest HHN planning mistakes. Buying something just because everyone online says you need it. Start with regular admission. Then decide whether you need an upgrade based on your priorities. If you're going on a busy night and your number one goal is getting through as many houses as possible, Express becomes much more attractive. If you're going on a slower night and you're willing to wait, you may decide regular admission is enough. There isn't one answer that works for everybody, okay? Don't plan your HHN trip based on somebody else's priorities. Use Stay and Scream strategically. If you're already inside Universal Studios Florida before HHN officially begins, Stay and Scream can be one of the most useful tools in your entire strategy. Instead of leaving the park and coming back later, you can remain in designated areas and get into the HHN event earlier. And that matters because those first few moments of the night can be incredibly valuable. Think about it. If thousands of people are waiting outside the gates and you're already inside, you've effectively skipped a huge portion of the opening rush. But don't just pick a Stay and Scream location randomly, okay? Your location should be based on which houses you're prioritizing first. Make a house priority list. Probably my biggest piece of planning advice. Don't make a schedule that says 7 o'clock, house number 1, 7:37, house number 2, 8:14, house number 3, because HHN does not care about your spreadsheet. A house can go down, a wait time can explode. You might want food. You might stop for a scare zone. Instead, create 3 categories. Must do. These are houses you absolutely refuse to miss. These are the houses you'd like to see if the wait is reasonable. If we have time, everything else. That way, your strategy can change without ruining your entire night. Don't forget the scare zones. Plan your food. It sounds ridiculous until you're 6 hours into HHN and suddenly realize you haven't eaten a single thing. Don't wait until you're starving, okay? Don't wait until you're weak. Look at the food options ahead of time. Pick a couple things you actually want to try. Then decide when you're going to eat. And here's another little strategy, okay? Don't necessarily eat during the busiest dinner window. If everyone else is stopping for food at the same time, you're potentially giving up valuable attraction time. Instead, consider eating earlier or later. Know what to bring. You don't need to bring your entire house, okay? But there are a few things I would absolutely think about. Comfortable shoes being one of them. A portable phone charger, a small bag, weather protection, and clothes you're comfortable walking around in for hours. Because here's something people often forget. HHN is exhausting. You're walking, you're standing, you're getting scared, you're outside. Comfort matters. So if you're planning Halloween Horror Nights 35, here's your basic formula. Pick your night, set your budget, decide whether Express makes sense. Use Stay and Scream if you have access to it. Prioritize your houses. Plan around food and breaks. And most importantly, leave yourself room to actually enjoy the event. HHN isn't a checklist. It's an experience. And the goal shouldn't be to leave saying, I successfully optimized every minute. It should be, that was one of the best nights I've ever had in my entire life. And I want to go back. If this helped you start planning your HHN trip, make sure to subscribe because in the next video, we're taking this a step further. I'm going to give you an actual HHN strategy for first timers, including what I would do first when those gates open. I'll see you there.